Hello, I'm going to go over this sediment assignment. And in this particular assignment, we are pretending that you are a single piece of sediment, like sand, or a little bit of gravel or mud. Because ultimately what we want to think about is how beaches get formed. And we talked about that in a lecture from earlier in the course. But in this activity, you are going to be a piece of sediment. It could be sand from one of these areas: stream, reservoir, land, estuary, bay, marsh, beach, or ocean. And you're going to move around between these. So, for instance, if you are a piece of sand that formed in a stream, you can be taken to any of these other places through various processes. And that's what you're going to simulate, okay? So you're going to go from one to the next. And here's how that is going to work. We are going to need our data table here. And then we've got a whole bunch of, these are supposed to be cut out and made into six-sided die, but you don't have to do that. You can just look at the images. Now, when you roll, either use a regular six-sided die at home and you roll that and it says, comes up 3, then you're going to choose box 3. If you roll your six-sided die and it comes up 4, then you're going to choose box 4, okay? Now you can also find stuff online. So if you just go online and say roll die, it'll roll a six-sided die for you right on Chrome. So anyways, these are the oceans. This is the one for the bay. This is the one for the estuary, for the stream, for the marsh, for the land. Oops. And for the beach and for the reservoir. So you get to choose where you start. For me, I'm just going to use the example that I had mentioned before. I'm going to say we're going to start in a stream. So you're going to pick this first one, just this first time, stream. And then you roll your die. So I've got my die on my phone and I rolled it and it came up a 2. So I look at number 2 and it says flow with the water into the estuary. So I ended up in the estuary. And then transport process. Well, it'll say flow with the water. Okay. Because that piece of sand went from the stream, down the stream, into the estuary, just flowing with the raw water that made up the stream. And now the next location is going to be the one that we ended at. So I ended with the estuary. So now that's where I'm starting the next time. And I'm going to find my estuary die here, and I roll my die. And it's going to tell me that, let's say I rolled a 5 on my six-sided die. And 5, I'm going to go from the estuary to the ocean. And the way that I got from the estuary to the ocean, resuspended and get taken, oops, I'm sorry. 5 was getting to the ocean. So how did I get there? A hurricane, resuspended and go to the ocean. So I can write hurricane. And you're going to do that for this whole chart. So you're going to go, the next one will now be ocean. You roll, find out where you're going, and you're just going to go all the way down. The next step is to count how many times you visited each location. Only count one of these columns. It doesn't actually matter which one you count. You could count the starting one or the ending one. But if I have estuary over here 5 times, I put 5. If I have bay over here 5 times or 4 times, let's say 4, I put 4. And then you're going to graph that. And the graph is already set up for you. So land, let's say back here I had land 3 times, right? So for land, I'm going to make a bar up to 3 and I shade it in. Now what about stream? So stream, let's say I made it there 5 times. Stream goes up to 5, and you shade that one in. answer these questions. And then at the very end, number 8, you want to draw where you went from and to. And we don't want to overwhelm it. So let's do from time 1 to time 10. Okay? So time 1 to time 10. You don't have to do the whole journey. That'll be just too much. So for me, we would have started at the stream and then gone to the estuary, from the estuary to the ocean, then from the ocean to whatever the next one was. But you're just doing 10 of the first 10 steps, not the whole thing. Otherwise, it's just going to get way too messy. All right, hope this helps. Let me know if you need anything from me. Thanks. Bye.